We're jumping right into the action with today's video that is brought to you by the letter I and also R and S, because the tax people were good to me this year and politely gave me back some of my money. With this gracious gift, I decided it was finally time to make some much needed updates to the PC setup. But before I show you the upgrades, I need to get the desk cleaned up and give it a good dusting. Einstein insinuated an empty desk is a sign of an empty mind, so maybe if I clean it off, the voices will finally stop. Joking, of course. Now that the cleaning is all done and dusted, as the Brits say, it's time for the first upgrade. I'm so excited to finally replace my monitors. I've been complaining for a while that video editing can be really difficult when I don't trust the colors that I'm seeing on the screen. Fortunately, I found a really fantastic option that still fits in my budget, but gives me pretty much what I'm looking for. For the main monitor, I upgraded to the LG Ultrafine, which is not only a 4K monitor with HDR, but the IPS technology keeps colors consistent at a wide viewing angle and has 98% coverage of the color spectrum. By the way, if you see any items in this video that you want to know more about, please leave a comment below and I can get you the link or more information. Otherwise, comment a spring emoji below so we can say hi. Since all my video editing and gaming happens only on my main monitor, I was able to go a little bit lower on the budget for the other two monitors. I went with the LG Ultra Gear monitors, which are just the regular 1920 by 1080 HD resolution, but they have high refresh rates and are still much nicer than my old monitors, so it is definitely an upgrade. My only complaint so far is the bezels are different between the two different models of the monitors, and even though they're all LG, the secondary monitors say Ultra Gear at the bottom, and it might seem like I'm being picky about a small thing, but they do say size doesn't matter. I am still using the same trusty monitor mount as before because there isn't really anything wrong with it. Now, in our next place, we are planning for a different layout, so a new monitor mount might be in the plans for the future. If you're interested in seeing what we do at that point, make sure you hit subscribe so you know when we put out new videos. The next exciting update to my PC, which is my brand new mechanical keyboard that I built all by myself. Even if you're not impressed, I am. This is the QK100 base from QWERTY Keys, and I used Gatoron white switches so they have that kind of creamy sound to them. And I found these adorable cherry blossom keycaps that fit into the theme of my side of the setup. Now, I was stressed trying to put this together, but after a couple hours and about 20 bent switches, I was successful. And here is the keyboard all together and looking beautiful.
First thing first, for my setup refresh, time to clean everything. When you do this, take a little bit of time before and after you're working and dust and clean up a little bit. A clean workspace is a great thing to have when you're doing a refresh. For my setup, I replaced my secondary monitor with a Samsung Odyssey G3 1080 monitor. There was no need for me to put any more money into a 2K or a 4K monitor, since it's just my secondary monitor and not my main, but at least they all match now. I did have to change out my monitor mount from a single triple arm to 2 single arm monitor mounts. I did this so that my monitors would sit next to each other and be perfectly aligned. Or close enough to perfect. Apart from that, nothing else has changed. The next major thing for us to do is to master the cable management that's underneath our desks.
Since I replaced my Logitech keyboard, I wanted to make room to display it on my pegboard. But rather than try to redesign the layout while it's up on the wall, I decided to take the whole pegboard down so I can play around with some options for how I want to have it. But as it turns out, I actually was able to figure out what I wanted pretty easily and might not have needed to take it off the wall after all, but you live and you learn, and it is looking great. We'll put it back up on the wall, and in a minute here you will see the refresh setup all together.